I'm gonna do a little tuning on that saw, and I'm just gonna stump this off with it to use it just to tune with. If you guys watch, you can see the saw logs are out of here. All the rest of that'll be firewood. Red oak. Now, I'm gonna say that it could be a black oak. There's a lot of maple leaves around. I have to see if I can find an oak leaf here, but there's not a ton of oaks on the property. And well, I tell you, it almost looks like, maybe not with that though. Is that a side or a top? That's a side. It looks like it's red. It's a red oak. It's not a black oak. Tell by the thin fingers, kind of extended. This kind of looks right in between almost, because the black oaks have a little shorter tips on the top here. But one sure way to tell a black oak is that usually black oaks have a yellow ring around right here. This one doesn't. Also, just for everybody crapping themselves about taking this red oak off, as you guys can see this, there's almost no sapwood left in this tree. This tree was almost dead. It's all heartwood. It's a real thin ring of sapwood all the way around, and it's a little punky. The sapwood's not doing good, and you can see where the sapwood kind of pulled away from the heartwood here. It's really punky. It was not a very healthy tree. It's also, this is springtime when everything's just starting to leaf up and it's not spewing any water, so this was not pulling very much water. This tree was almost dead. So I'm gonna let this run and see how this goes. This saw has been a pain in the ass to me. It runs great on the high side. Really powerful saw. It's ported. When I ported it, for you saw geeks that are into porting, on the 56 millimeter jug, my intake timing was at 83. And I kind of thought it was going to be a problem. I was hoping I was going to get away with it. I couldn't bring the jug up. It had 23,000 squish, which I wanted. You can't bring the jug up on the 56s because they'll free port on the exhaust port. So I should have built the intake up to about 89. I'm sorry, just the opposite. It's at 89. Should have been 83-ish. 83 to 80. So I should have built the intake up to get it opening a little bit later. And what I'm having trouble with the idle on this saw. Now I've milled with this saw, and on the high side it's perfect. Runs great. I've done a lot of felling with it, tuned it up to 13.5. It runs great at 13.5, really super strong. It runs great milling at 12.8. It's got real high compression. It's a prick to start. It's a prick on recoil starters, on recoil drums, and it's finicky on the idle. I richen it up and it loads up with fuel. I lean it out a little bit, it gets boggy. So I'm gonna stump this thing down and play with the tune on that a little bit, see if I can get a little closer, and let you watch. So I'm gonna fire it up, and I'll let you watch me fire it up, because this is a pain in the ass. When it's nice and warm, or when it's in the mill, you know, it's easy, just grab it and pull it. When it's sitting like this, she likes to pre-ignite every now and then. When it does a pre-ignition, she'll rip the pull cord right out of your hands. So we'll get her fired up, and let me grab my cog screwdriver. Coming, so I don't have much time. Let's fire up like this first. choke fire. So I'm gonna let you watch me stump this thing. Wait, yeah, it's still going. And I feel like I need to play with it. I'll see what happens with the tune here. I'm gonna set you up in the dirt up here. It's a really strong saw. Now this, after it's been sitting like this, if I pick it right up and I hit the throttle, I guarantee she'll flood right out. So I'm gonna have to ease into it and then we'll do some cutting. See that? Picked it up, hit the throttle, bam. So I'm gonna give it a tiny bit of fuel. Should I lean it out just a hair? Give it a tiny bit of fuel. Let's see what that does. it's on the fat side, I'm going to try to lean it out a little bit, see if I can go on the leaner side, see if I've been down this road before, guys. small spot where it works good, but it's right on the edge right there. That thing was noodling that red oak with all 36 inches of the bar buried. It's a strong saw. I threw that Sumara on there because I had to drop a bunch of trees here. So you can see the noodles. You can see it had all 36 in the tree. Cut about, you know, 2/3 of the way through it. Didn't want to get down, and there's all kinds of dirt and shit under here, so I didn't want to get down into the dirt. But yeah, it pulls really good. It's a nice saw. Sometimes pain in the ass to start, but you can see when it warms up, I can one-hand it. I can't drop start it. It unless I'm mad. If I'm mad, I can just, you know, jerk it over. But just regular drop starting it, it doesn't like that. So yeah, that's it. Run a couple good saws today. Take down this red oak. Now the last one I got to take down for our outbuildings here is this dead maple right here. Now this one's, so I got two choices here. I don't know if you can see, but you get some dark clouds coming in, but so it's hanging out this way. It's got all the weight off the back here, and the top's crooked over like that. It's got a little Widowmaker hanging in it up there. This will be a helmet job, and there's weight on this side. So I want to shoot it. I want to drop it right there, but everything is out here. I don't know how bad you can see it. I wish I had a plumb line I could show it to you, but this is all hanging out here. Once, if I just was going to drop it with the lean, it would go right there. So I don't know if you could, maybe I could back a little bit. Haven't shot many videos lately, so it's just not, you don't get a great look at it, but everything is leaning that way like that, the whole tree. So here's the base. If I went straight up, it'd be about out here. So it's all hanging back there. It wants to go right on top of that old dead oak sitting in there that's hung up right there. That's where it wants to go. Now what I'm wondering is, without having to clean everything out around it, which I think I'm going to do anyway, do I want to just dump it in there? These might be pretty heavy to drag out, or I'm gonna have to wedge it over and try and fall it right there. That's what I think I'm gonna do. Matter of fact, might even be a good opportunity to try to, I'm not gonna do it today because the wind's blowing like this, so try cutting it from the other side, practice on that. I've been practicing. I'm cutting everything with a Humboldt now just for practice, so I'll cut a Humboldt in it. Maybe I'll just cut a conventional notch in this one if I'm cutting it from the other side. No, screw it, I might as well learn. I'll cut a Humboldt in it and see if I can wedge it over, drop it right along that pile, right over there into the firewood pile. And again, I'll take a couple of mill logs out of the bottom up to that crotch, and they'll hang out with these. You see this nice mill log here? Nice red oak. The maples that I took down the other day, some nice mill logs there. Got spruce on the top. This is an elm. Got a bunch of elm here. Got this big old gnarly pine. You don't get a good look at it because I just, oh no, that's well, that's this big old gnarly pine right here. So I think it's pitch pine. Is just all wavy. It's really gonna have some good slabs in it. That one is an old hard maple, I believe. That looks like it might have some neat stuff in it. Got some more elms in there. This, by the way, I was calling this a maple. I think this is an elm. So I got a white oak here. Yeah, I think this is an elm. I think I'm wrong. The bark's very similar, but I think that I looked up at this one behind, because I just took that one down. This one's been hidden behind trees for a while. And I think I saw the leaves on this one last year, and I think this one's an elm. We'll know when we take it down. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. I'm going to get saws put away and get ready for the work week. Nice Sunday off. Dirt and saw chips. All right, have a good day.